Hello everyone and welcome back to Tree of Life Tarot. This is going to be the reading for Thursday, March 26th, or of course, whenever it finds you. I'm sure that there is a message in here. Trust in the divine timing. Now, speaking of trusting in divine timing, I was kind of eager to get into this reading because there is a real vibe this week that I am noticing within myself and with everyone that I am interacting with. And it is a feeling of compound exhaustion and frustration. I'm hearing things from people about how they are just bursting into tears throughout the day, about how they feel their bodies are breaking down, that they're behind on everything, that they just can't get a handle on it, that there's just too much. And it's all too much, and mental health is suffering, and physical health is suffering. I'm feeling it myself, with feeling behind on, cards are coming out, many things that I'm trying to work on. So there's just this real tough energy right now, and I'm wondering if this is sort of a breakdown to breakthrough moment. We'll see what the cards say. Well, okay, we're gonna honor this. As you know, well, some of you know with these readings, normally there's 2 cards for the top, but sometimes one card comes out as 3 cards. And this tracks. So let's get into it. So I hope whoever you are, wherever you are, that you are hanging in there and doing all right, because this is very much in the air. I am exhausted. Many people are exhausted. And as the reading for Wednesday said, we're in this and we have to keep going right now. But just want to honor, if you feel like you're struggling right now, you are not alone. Many of us are in this place right now. So this is an interesting combination of cards up here. And I will start on this side because this is really what I was just talking about. We've got the 10 of Swords here. This is the ending of a difficult cycle. This is the death of the way it's been going. With the 8 of Pentacles here, that's burning the midnight oil there. That's late at night with the candle, doing the studying, doing the work, doing the mastery. I'm hearing working myself to death. Hard work here. But this work is not in vain. And I do want to hold tight to that message that started with breaking down to breakthrough. Breaking down to breakthrough. We have the High Priestess here. This speaks to the difficulty and the work and the exhaustion and of the breaking down. But this is guided by the High Priestess. So her presence here, we are being stretched into deeper mysteries, deeper capacity, more, I'd rather say fuller understanding of ourselves, the world, how things work, what we are capable of. Because this is 8 of Pentacles here is about our own work, the work that we are doing, whatever we are trying to master, wherever we are trying to grow. And I feel like, this year of the Fire Horse, even before that eclipse, really kind of shot out of the gate. It's been go since the turn of the year. And there's a lot happening personally, and I mean personally meaning, for all of us on the individual level, as well as the collective level, as well as the world, and there's a sense of being spun in lots of different directions. But this is showing that there is an inner coherence to all of this. And, swords speak to ideas. This is a death of some old ways of thinking, doing, believing, that we are being stretched into a fuller vision. So there's our fuller vision there with the Ten of Cups. And this Ten of Cups can speak to, you know, the dream of happiness, fulfillment, of having it all. What I'm actually getting a little more of a read on with this Ten of Cups in this particular message is how we are relating to the collective. There's a sense of community here. So this is a family, but a family can also represent sort of our communities, our collectives, of a vision that includes everyone, that honors our interconnectedness and interdependence, and how there is enough to go around. And in some ways we might be becoming a little bit broken out of our individual, I want to say this correctly, because the individual journey and the individual inner work is so important. It is so, so, so important. We all have to go on that journey, and we all have to continually do the work for ourselves, for those we love, and so that we are a positively contributing member of the whole, that we are bringing love and high vibration to the whole. So absolutely honor the individual journey, and also we might be being stretched beyond just what's happening in our inner world and linking it up to what is happening in the collective around us. How does that work? You know, as within, so without, as above, so below. There's that law of correspondence. So where is our work and the difficulty of all of this breaking us open to correspond? I'm hearing frequency. I'm hearing to be a beacon with greater reach, to both receive and transmit. So this moment of hardship for all of us is simultaneously bringing us deeper into ourselves and bringing us wider into relationship with what's happening around us. And by that I don't mean being entangled in events, I mean bringing the energy, this rich spiritual energy, this refined spiritual energy into the world around us, so that we act and think and move and choose and relate from this purified place, this spiritually refined place. And that is how we serve the world. Okay, that was a lot, so let's get some. I'm hearing shuffle one more time. Okay. So that was a whole message right there. Let's see what else wants to come out for the story here. Cut the deck. Okay. Nine of Pentacles. This one wants to come out. Hanged Man, love that. A pause, a change in perspective, suspension. Two of Pentacles, that came out yesterday. Four of Pentacles. And we have the Moon that was not quite in reverse, but a little bit sideways. So still at bottom of the deck here, Five of Pentacles. And this speaks a little bit, this Five of Pentacles here, to that long journey through the winter, that long journey through the tough time of feeling like you don't have enough fuel in the tank, you don't have enough resources, of your being overextended and overexpending energy, and like there isn't enough coming in, there isn't enough sustaining, that this is being depleted, being kind of lost in the difficulty of the season, of this I don't even want to call it season, this leg of the journey. And the moon here, of course, that journey through the dark. So we'll come back to this. Nine of Pentacles, Hanged Man. So strong Pentacles energy here, obviously. Let's start in the middle. I'm being called to the middle here. So this came out yesterday. The dance of these two pentacles as we were changing. New realities are coming in, balancing with what's already in place. How do we manage that? So this is the continual dance. Now, Four of Pentacles with the moon. I'm hearing hidden in plain sight. Hidden in plain sight. The moon is calling us to look into the shadows, to not be afraid of the night, to, we don't have the hermit here, but the hermit's also, carrying the star in that little lantern. She's carrying her fire. That fire, this gives me very strong Vasilisa vibes. If you're familiar with that old fairy tale of Vasilisa and Baba Yaga, where she goes to Baba Yaga, who is that wild witch in the woods, and if Vasilisa fails to complete the tasks, she'll become a meal for Vasilisa. But through her faith, through the blessing bestowed on her by her mother, and through her wit and goodness and reliance and relationship with the elements of nature, she is able to complete the tasks and gain the fire of wisdom and illumination. That, it brings warmth, but it brings wisdom. It brings clear seeing, and it burns away all that is false. So this is giving me very much Vasilisa with the fire, having completed the tests, but still on the way home. Still on the way home. And this home here cannot be clung to. Because even if it's returning to the same place, it's going to be different when that fire comes. Things are going to be seen differently. Hanged Man right here. Suspended. A pause to gain a new perspective. A journey through the night to gain a new perspective. So with our Nine of Pentacles, this is independence, abundance, pre-Empress energy. And I'm getting here actually learning to see the abundance that is all around, because this is scarcity. These two together, this new perspective on abundance. And this is scarcity, clinging to what's familiar, not stepping out. With the moon here, there's a sense of being, this character here being afraid of the shadows, being afraid of that journey, being afraid to leave behind what's familiar because of the unknown factor. So we're balancing the known and the unknown here, and gaining perspective on how much there is to work with. Okay, let's get some more cards here. Clarify this. Oops. Okay, first two. Hierophant. Six of Wands. Oh. Nope. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. Ooh, Seven of Swords. Queen of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the star. I love to see the star here. That's that healing. That's that inspiration. That's that hope. Okay, so a couple things that are clear here. This high priest, the Hierophant here, is what's coming through here is traditional ways of doing things. There is a traditional way of doing things. Structure is helpful. Structure and systems are able to contain things. They are able to hold ideas, people, belief systems. And this might be a new perspective on an old way of doing things. A new perspective on an old way of doing things. And valuing our limitation. And limitation meaning not lack but structure. That there is a limit to form. And to not fear that limit, because the Six of Wands here is headed right for this Hierophant. So the tried and true way, staying that course, results in victory. Now, Knight of Pentacles here, slow and steady progress. And this speaks to me of sort of the arduousness. We're coming back to what we started with. The arduousness of this journey of doing that work. This is a slow moving energy, but it is slowly but surely. This is the slowest moving knight in the deck. Now, Seven of Swords, my second least favorite card in the deck. Seven of Swords here can speak to lies, manipulation, strategy of the, underhanded variety. And so under our Four of Pentacles here, this is I'm hearing cut this out, because the Queen of Swords here, that sword is up. That is an active, clear-minded. There is no need for manipulative behavior. There's no need for strategy of holding on. And there is a difference, and I want to say this clearly, between holding on for the sake of defensiveness, containing, not moving forward, versus traditional ways of doing things and honoring structure and form, because that structure and form with the Hierophant is meant to carry you forward. This structure and form is clinging to what was and not allowing new growth to happen. And so this is a strategy that no longer serves, that needs to be released. And this Queen of Swords is cutting that out. So one question to ask here is to move through this journey, through the difficulties, through this tough energy that we're experiencing, through this exhaustion that we're all experiencing. What containers or structures or wisdom might help carry you? Whether that's a faith tradition, or whether that's a practice of some kind, whether that's a ritual or a healthy habit that grounds you. And I want to be clear, I'm not talking about, self-care in this situation. Self-care meaning this sort of commodified, I need to have a treat, I need to take a bath, I need to take a rest and nourish myself. Those are all important things. And also, there are times when we have to find a way through, because that's not immediately available to us, or because we are in a process of growth that demands, and that's what's being pulled out of us here, a bit more. that is strengthening something within us, that is refining. Refinement is really the word here, that is refining something within us. So where do we draw that strength and support from in order to have this victory, in order to fully come into this new perspective and cut out any strategies? And I'm getting self-deceit here. Self-deceit is often a backwards looking posture of holding on to what you already know. And now we're moving into this unknown, slowly but surely. Let me see if there's anything else. Nope, I think this honors the energy I spoke about at the beginning. There is enough, there is structure, lean into structure. Slowly but surely. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I will talk to you tomorrow. Take care.